Welcome to another Photoshop tutorial. So in this tutorial I want to show you how you can create some nice glossy looking text, and this text is 3D. I've rasterized it, but if you notice it's got depth of field to it, so that's something else I'll show you. Let's get started. Times New Roman font, and in fact let's just click and drag and you can draw out a selection box, and that will constrain your text to the box that you've drawn. Okay, and then I'm just going to type the word peace. Let's just highlight that, and I'm going to make it black for now. That will change. Bring out our character box and just increase the size. Notice it stays within that box we created, so that's nice. Okay, that looks fine. And adjust the tracking as well. It's not going to make much of a difference for us because we're going to adjust these letters individually when they're 3D anyway. So that looks fine. Click on the layer to accept that. Get the move tool. Okay, so I'm going to just right click on that and choose new extrusion from selected layer. Few ways you could have done that, but this is one of them. And I'm just going to come to the word piece, and I'm going to set the extrusion to about 130 for now. Okay, I want to not only have a nice soft shadow, I want to have a nice soft reflection. Okay, so Photoshop just decided to crash on me and I hadn't saved the work, so to redo that, saved it now. Where was we? So we'd set this reflection and we'd come to our infinite light 1, and just going to set this up. Now I want the light to be coming from over in this corner, and so we just get some nice shadows coming off to the side. So the light's going to be from behind, like so. There we go. And if I get the camera, a good tip is if you want to look around your object, use the camera, because you can always just come back to your default view rather than messing up the position of your objects. Okay, so I'm going to add another light, new infinite light, and not really going to do much with this. Leave it in the front. I'm going to just bring the intensity down to about 70%, and I'm going to turn off shadows because I just want this to be a light at the front, so that when we inflate the front of this text it picks up that light. I don't want it to cast shadows and just confuse the scene. Let's come back to light 1 and just bring up the softness of the shadows to about 40-50%, like so, and that looks fine. We can give this a quick render. Hang on, I can see that light 2 is casting shadows when I said I didn't want it to. That's better. A quick tip, just to render part of the scene so you can get an idea, just draw a bounding box with your marquee tool around part of the scene and then just render that rather than waiting for the whole thing to render. And I can see that looks fine for now. Let me just finish that. I could probably take this opacity down to 17 and maybe take the roughness up to 15 for the reflection. Let's try that. Yep, that's nice. Okay, Command D. Command D, deselect, no, select, deselect. Okay, this come to the word piece and click on the front inflation, hold down shift and just select, oh that was control, that was shift, so it selects all of the materials and then come up and choose a material. I'm going to load up these plastic ones, append them, and then I'm going to choose this plastic here just because it's got some nice highlights. But what I am going to do is on the front inflation is just change the colour of this. So I'm going to pick out this mauve purpley colour, and then I'm going to, on the word piece, come to this icon which is the caps, so it'll be the front and back. We only want to do the front because you're only going to be seeing the front, and then just going to turn up the strength, and if we kept going then we'd have some nice sharp contours. I don't want to, I just want to have a nice curved contour just to pick up the light, and we can just move in a little bit so we can see what we're doing, and caps, and you can change the angle. Now there is controls here, so you can choose the inflation height. So this is just what I just done with the strength. Maybe about there. And I think I need to just increase the strength, pick up this light a little bit more, that's fine. Okay, let's arrange our letters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm on that word piece, come up to the, let's just get this move tool, come up to the 3D and split extrusion. So it puts all them letters, well, it splits the letters basically. So we'll start with the letter P, and what I think I'll do first is just come onto the current view, and on that rotate, just rotate to the side and then adjust these. So the blue axis is what we're going to be using mostly. We're going to pull the P forward, and then we'll click on the letter E, pull that forward, and then we'll click on the letter C because the letter A is probably okay. Okay. Okay, so let's come to our camera and just do default like so, and then we'll just scroll in a little bit with our camera, and then I'm going to rotate a little bit, and then I'm going to scale some of these. So the P, scale it up. Where I've scaled them, I need to just adjust them because they will be sitting in or above the floor, not on it. And I'm not sure if I do snap to ground plane on each of them. Okay, so let's just come off that so we can see them all. That looks alright. Now let's do that depth of field. So we want to make sure we're on the camera. I'm just going to tie that up. come onto the camera, and I'm going to set the distance really close, so 0.02, and then set the depth to about 1.5. Let's do 1.3, and let's just give that a render. With the depth of field is, the further away the letters go, the more blurred they become, which is what we appear to be getting. Maybe it's a little bit too strong. Maybe I could set this depth to 1.1. Okay, for the sake of the tutorial, that will have to do. I'm going to draw a box around all of that, and I'm going to hit render. It's going to take a few minutes, so I will pause and then come back to it once it's rendered. Okay, so we're back again, and this is just finishing off. I probably could have let that do another couple of passes just to get these shadows right, but I think you can get the idea just from this render that we've got some nice reflections, some nice soft shadows, and we've got some depth of field. Watching, and check us out next time.